some would call it swag. Being a diva, when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will get the first possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either...
There he goes! And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
TCU, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense taking the field, first chance we have to see them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. 5 on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
You gotta love aggressive offenses. You get 3rd down and short, a lot of defenses think and run. They got... This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Spins away from the defense. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The play action fake. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Owens. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Oh, lack of concentration that time by the receiver. If he catches it, it's going to be a first down. You just have to look that ball in. Do what you do every single day in practice. In your sleep, that's a bad break for the offense early.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. The screen, he's got wheels. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line is made. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Peterson. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Looking for a crease, it's Palmer. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
To the air on first down. Grab near the marker. It's Shelton. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got enough for the first. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Caught behind the line. It's Baker. And that one did not work.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Trying to set up the screen. Touchdown, TCU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. This drive. And once more. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. Great job by the back on the option.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. One final play before the end of the quarter. Off-play action on first down. With the catch, it's Baker. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Shelton. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Off-play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out route. He's really close to that first down marker, but here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoint.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Farmer. Oh, he got loose. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Owens. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackle.
Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Rogers. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and is picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
The RPO, it's complete. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Oh, he's got some space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, TCU!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Sneak gets it done.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Here's the handoff. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Finds a man on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Right on the money. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Going right to work up top. Back open in the middle. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He unleashes a long one. Catch inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Under fire. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's some pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Horned Frog. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to throw, it's Owens. He's open on the right. Brought down at the 31, it is a first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Farmer. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Bring in the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll throw on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment.
Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to...
Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to... run the football, and you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Still running at the 40. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach is calling timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's reeled in. It's Palmer. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Great pass, it's complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. And the Horned Frogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Fights off a defender. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Firing to the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag.
Touchdown, TCU! And the route is on.
I'll tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Owens. Caught in the backfield, it's Farmer. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And offenses keep track of yards after a catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. And they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
The Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Still on his feet at the 45. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Running back searching for a hole. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give from the gun. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to run for it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback sneaks ahead. The sneak scores it. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found. Stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong. There he goes. Big run from deep in his own end, and he's out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Now on 1st down from the 28. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Owens. Got his man. Nowhere to go, and not much to show for that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Yeah, the slant routes are just typically one of those that it's a timing route. It's a big body route. A lot of times I'll throw it to my big guy who's going to catch it and give me positive yards most of the time.
He lets one fly deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Going for it all. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous.
Breaks into the open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. The gift to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Wants to throw. It's Sheriff. Starting to feel a little pressure. Makes the grab. It's a fumble on the play. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had it back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Oh, he's got some space.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And the Horned Frogs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments they can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.